Live from the Orange Space in Redlands, California, Mark and Andre present The Mark and Andre Show, the GT Podcast Holiday Special. It's all culminating here live on the Mark and Andre featuring Slick, Adrian, and the other Mark GTP Podcast Christmas Holiday Special. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another great Mark and Andre Show GTP Christmas Holiday Special.
He just put his phone on top of my phone. Rude.
Exactly.
That's rude, bro. What's up, dude?
That's a power move, though. That's a power move.
That is a power move.
He's establishing dominance.
Yeah. you know, micro. What do they call that? Microaggressions.
Micromanagement.
The Napoleon complex.
Right.
Yeah. You know about.
He essentially waged war on you just now.
I know. But it's all right because I got him earlier when I shook his hand.
Oh, see, okay.
Yeah.
So
I was taught when you shake someone's hand.
You rub the palm of my hand.
You turn it. You turn it.
Dicks. He learned that from me.
Oh.
I gave him that advice.
He dissed me. I'm like, I'm gonna pick that up.
Oh no! When I want to disrespect someone, I they go for the handshake. I use the opposite end of my hand to shake their hand.
Backhand.
Yeah, it's like, oh, nice to meet you, and then it's just like I give you the back of the hand. There we go. And then they look at me strange, and I'm like, my fists are already up.
Yeah. You're ready to go.
I'm already ready for combat.
With me is my co-host.
Oh, hold on. We got to open up this show real quick, dude. Give us a second.
Give you guys a second.
But we're live.
We're live. We're doing our thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all legal ages, welcome to the Green Thing Christmas episode fucking podcast. What's up, Christmas? What y'all know about Christmas?
Shout out to Christmas.
Hold on, guys.
You guys are gonna disrespect us on our podcast? There it is. He's in it. What's up? We like popcorn and Christmas stuff, utensils. What are these called? Tinsels. Yo, take it, Mark.
Yeah, I packed the gat. I'm always strapped. I hate it. Yo, Santa got my back. He's rolling in sleeves. He's always with the AK. With the ready for the match in his Christmas sack. Give it to Andre so he can come with the counterattack.
And I'll give it right back. And put his hands in the bag. His hands in the bag eating cookies and crap. Yo, I spit raps and I spit it so ill. I'm getting bad and kick it for real. You guys are gay. Every day I can look in the sky and say hey to any guys that think they're great on a sleigh. I'm talking shit to Santa. If I catch him in his L's, I'll break him up and drink a big Fanta. And I'll beat him up in a tabernacle and smack him over the head with half a Snapple. I don't know. I'll sit around with the battle.
All right. Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Poetry snaps?
No, here at the GT Podcast, we get the poetry
We're
snaps.
on the GT podcast, guys, so you can show us
And
respect.
we're on the Mark and Andre podcast.
Wait.
When did that start?
You guys are on the hybrid Mark and Andre GT Greethy Productions podcast.
So here's what's going on. We asked these guys to be guests on our podcast.
You're gonna let them host over you like that?
Oh,
And they come in disrespecting us. First of all, Mark walks in, turns his podcast on, puts it on Adrian's phone.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is outright disrespect.
Well,
It's a power move. I give him that.
It is.
Yeah, I'm a power bottom.
Microaggression.
That's it. What was it? Microaggression. So basically, what's going on? Yeah, we're gonna. If you want to give the Green Thing podcast a view, and you watch this. So if you want to give it, if you want to,
Give it a listen on the non-visual podcast.
if you prefer the Mark and Andre podcast, vote 323.
Go 323.
323.
Text 323.
No, okay. First of all, let's get a few things out of the way. Number one, we're at our new podcast studio.
Oh, what's up, dude? What up, dude? It's not always decorated
What
like
is
this,
Mark?
but when we show
what's
up,
Andre doing?
we bring a little class to the place.
We snap, dude.
Yeah, we get the sound.
Yeah.
That's their gimmick.
Okay.
So,
Gimmick infringement.
okay.
Remember that.
Gimmick infringement.
I'm watching.
We're gonna get sued.
So, okay, like I said, number one, we're in the new podcast studio. So we have space. The orange space in Redlands, California, for all your spacey needs. Correct.
Right.
Number two, for those of you that didn't know, which nobody really knows because we don't talk about stuff for some reason, Mark and Andre are joining our channel. That's snap-worthy right there.
All right, you guys. I didn't like these dudes when they came in, but you know what, you guys can get.
You warmed up to
We're
them.
deliberately unlikable so that we can work harder to get closer to your heart.
That's how we get over on you guys. By being.
We start at the bottom and then we rise to the top. We like to be the underdogs at all times.
Yeah, two power bottoms. I like that.
Think of us as the unwanted cream in your coffee rising to the top.
Oh, nice, deep. I like it.
Amen to that. Cream, brother.
Hey, bro, what did you say?
I don't know which
Everybody just
whichever beverage I'm drinking at this moment.
Casuals everything around me.
Ladies and gentlemen, with me on the Mark and Andre podcast show are my special guest, Adrian. Adrian Left Hook Luna.
Yeah! Hey, I like that.
Dearest Slakeworth. And then Mark 2.
Mark?
Electric Boogaloo.
Damn.
Mark 2 Electric Boogaloo. I want to thank you guys for being the Boogaloo part.
I've
I
never
got it, bro.
heard a name be put into Electric Boogaloo. I've heard everything else, you know?
Why is Carrie Fisher a top hashtag right now? I'm sorry about that.
No, because
Sorry about that, you guys. Go ahead and carry
Oh,
on.
because she was banging Han Solo.
She was banging Han Solo.
During the original trilogies of Star Wars.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
Carrie Fisher?
No, yeah, where's she from?
Where's she from?
Where's she from?
Oh,
He's not like Carrie.
No. Honestly, like you're new guy.
I am.
You're getting it pretty comfortable, too quick, if you ask me. But around here, these guys know I've never seen Star Wars.
Hey, respect, man.
Hey, better than you.
No, I
fucks.
watched Star Wars deliberately out of context, so I've only seen episode 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
And then I only seen
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back, and that's my.
What do you
And
think?
then we just saw The Force Awakens, which I didn't finish,
Oh.
and then saw Rogue One. So my opinions are all over the fucking place. But guess what? I don't care.
Have you seen
There we go,
Have you seen Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
That's probably the best one. Best
It's
Star
the
Wars
best
ever.
one ever, right? Yeah.
Or the Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace.
So, okay, there's just
This is madness, you guys. What the hell's going
it's
on?
weird. Like I didn't.
Everybody's stressing out.
Yeah, well, it's because it's like, all right, you're trying to host your fucking podcast, which is whatever. But at the same time, you're creaming on our le creme.
I'm creaming on you guys.
No, sorry. Honestly, with no disrespect to what you guys are doing and what you guys have established, it's just not as good as what we're doing on the Mark Andre show. You know, we're trying to help you guys out. That's what
Let's let the viewers decide.
Hold on. Whoa, wait a minute.
Wait, let's watch the numbers and we'll find out who's better.
Hey, what was that news you just dropped on us?
Oh yeah.
You said we're coming to our channel?
Yeah.
Who's coming on whose channel?
All right, thank you
We
guys.
need to know where the cum is directed.
Okay, so
Thank you
here's
guys for showing
what's
up.
going on, guys. Here at the Green Thing Podcast, we have a few great members, a few good men. Not the Green Thing Podcast, at the Green Thing Productions.
Green Thing Productions Oddcast.
Sure.
Podcast.
Green
Nice.
Thing Productions Oddcast. This is GT Podcast.
So we have a great channel going on. Two great channels going on.
Okay.
Green Thing Productions,
Let me get some of that.
YouTube.com/MrGreenThing666 for all your crappy video needs, guys. And we have a second channel for streaming, which we stream the podcast on.
Beautiful.
Hello.
YouTube.com/MrGreenThingGTP.
Mr. Stream Thing GT.
Mr. Stream Thing
I'm
GTP.
sorry about my partner who doesn't know the URLs right now.
I mean, come on.
What?
That's the sense of professionalism here.
You know what? That's what I'm.
Hey, I might not know the URL, but I am down with OPP.
Oh, okay. He knows his acronyms.
So then you know me.
So we have both these great channels, and when I started Green Thing, the whole point of it was to get people together, join together, and do stuff together
Right.
as a collective, right?
Right.
So what have we been doing? We've been streaming every day, doing shit.
New content daily.
New content daily. We had 2 podcasts on our
Two
channel.
podcasts.
But we wanted to add one more. So, you know, we had an empty day and we said Mark and Andre could do it. Whatever. Who gives a shit?
Damn, all that was
Setup. The whole thing was a setup.
I'm glad to fill in that slot that you needed.
Hey, we're all gonna miss Fallout Friday, but you know you guys can have it. Fuck it.
We'll do Fallout Thursday, whatever. No. In all seriousness, we're glad to have you guys. You guys are fucking cool as shit.
Yeah. You've been on
On the
my
840?
podcast that I do on Thursday, the 840 review. Like I said, new dude right here. But yeah, dude, have you enjoyed taking part on some of the shit we do here?
Being a special guest amongst your guys' podcast has been a real special treat for me. I've learned to engage you guys mentally, some of you physically, and you know what? I feel that we have this connection going on, like where I could grab my temple and like put my close my eyes, and then you feel it.
That's called the Force, bro.
You feel it either in your scrot or the top of your temple.
Scrot, throat.
Okay, that third eye, you know what I'm saying?
Now what's throat? Is that when you get your balls kicked up into your throat?
The scrot?
Yeah. Scrot throat?
Oh, I've never heard of that submission. That's new to me.
That's new development.
That old-
Scientifically,
that-
biologically.
That
actually.
new school shit doesn't play out with me.
Yeah, we don't fuck with that stuff.
Do you guys have a mascot?
Do we have a mascot?
Yeah. Because we got Mr. Green thing.
Yeah.
Well, our mask got stolen, so we don't have it.
Oh, stolen. Right?
Yeah.
So we don't
Our masks, this guy named Scott stole it.
Yeah. This guy Scott's always stealing our masks, and unfortunately, our mask got stolen.
Mask Scott. Mask Scott.
Anyway.
There's a lot of guys named Scott coming after our mask, so it's a mask Scott, and it's really bad, guys. Trust us. Trust and believe. But our mascot is essentially us. It's just,
Yes.
oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Share.
Hey,
Someone
hey.
say share.
Hey, real quick. That's look
Cheat ears.
to you have a big ass bottle,
To
bro.
Moscato and beer is
To
the same
the
whole
future of Green Thing.
Yeah.
To the future of the GT podcast. To the future of the Mark and Andre podcast. To
Christmas, because we're celebrating.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Christmas is coming.
oh Canada.
What is he gonna sing?
I don't know what Christmas songs. Bro.
Yeah, what Christmas song starts with "Oh"?
Crush enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. What is
Darkest
best in
night,
life?
blackest night.
What are you conjuring up? Was it the craft?
No,
Towers of the North?
that was a Green Lantern,
Right,
bro.
let's play as stiff as a board. You guys know this.
Anyway,
That'd be sick if we just played the Ouija board all night. Like,
Heck,
they're like, stop moving it, stop moving. I'm not moving it. You're moving it.
No, but we only have the magnifying piece. We don't have the board at all.
We made our own.
the magnifying glass is glued to our fingers.
It becomes so popular. The devil comes out, manifests himself. He's like, hey man, this is pretty cool. What do you guys got going on here?
How'd you feel if we paid for this?
I want to know what you guys got.
If you guys conjured the devil, you'd really be fucking with my time.
We have like random symbols on the Ouija board. It's like a sideways 6, a fucking piece of salmon,
A Pop-Tart.
All right, so Mark and Andre show. What the shit do you guys do? And,
So-
yeah, tell me. Let me know.
Basically, on the Mark and Andre show, we like
And that's the Green Thing podcast way, brother.
You just got
I
green
just got
thing,
phased.
son.
You just got
green
phased.
thing, son. Hey, you just got green thing, bro.
Well, to the podcast listeners, it sounded like he just suddenly passed away from stroke. Because they can't see it, so all you hear is a dude die.
Oh, that's right.
And everyone laughs.
Yeah.
You hear a dude die, and everyone laughs.
See, unlike Adrian, we're going to take a actual intelligent approach to
Yes. I agree, dude.
film, entertainment, and conspiracy theories, amongst other things. We like to mix in comedy bits with some funny situations within the segments, and so on and so forth.
And we like to expand on concepts and use experimental thought to experience and interpret things differently than most people. So we try to go deep on subject matter and really bring an intellectual side to the things that people aren't entertained by. So,
See, we like that.
bitch.
See that?
You cunt.
Now I get it.
See, now we're talking. Yeah. You can get all smart and techie on us, but if
Wait,
you
how do you pander that on as if it's a bad quality?
I'm not done.
You could have your intellectual perspective.
I'm not done, man, bruh. Listen,
Bruh.
yeah, you can have that, but if you don't got the immaturity, I don't give a shit. But however, you ended it with a bitch. That's proper.
I'm on board.
See,
That's the Green Thing way. It's
I'm on board.
it's a psych out. It's
let me ask you guys too. You guys have those two hats. Are you guys even from Jamaica?
what?
Be honest.
No, but it's always bobsled time. You know what I mean?
What part of Jamaica are you guys from?
I don't know.
Down by the beach.
I don't know what you're trying to get at, man. But you're making me mad, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I'm gonna be like the security guard. I'm like the security guard at the Chargers game. I'm gonna just keep my hand here. And,
He was jerking off, wasn't he?
of course.
Oh my
It's
god,
like
did you see
hockey
that?
Wait, what?
The dude was just fucking right there, like in front of people.
Diddling the fiddle.
Yeah.
Ooh, what are you
The security
What are you
guard.
guys talking about exactly?
The dude was fucking.
You guys are. What are you
Exactly.
talking about?
This
All
one.
I'm hearing
That
is
one.
dude diddle. That's all I'm hearing.
Okay.
No children were involved.
What ended up
Mark, so-
happening is that there's footage of this guy at Qualcomm Stadium at a Chargers game. He is looking at the cheerleaders do their performance, but inside his pants, he's working with a brown snake. And, he's trying to make that cobra sing, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I have to ask you this. Did he come? I would have let him finish.
You would have allowed him? I would allow it.
For someone being that bold of like 25,000 people looking at you, he has to be like no shame of him just.
Yeah, because I get pissed when someone stands next to me at a urinal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even with those thousands upon thousands of urinals.
Yeah.
He's the only one who got it.
Wordplay, baby.
Now, I don't know if the dude came, but right after the video was over, my mouth watered. I don't know if that.
No, that's pretty normal.
He salivated
normal.
intensely.
Yeah.
It was an intense salivation.
It didn't help that I was
Yeah,
watching.
we had our first walkout of the night. You guys, there we go.
He's already.
He's pissed off. He's already gone.
Okay, let's get real with it here. All right, guys. Well, once again, we're happy to have you guys here.
Get real with it.
Let's get real.
It's honestly no joke. Honestly, it's a pleasure to be here. No bullshit.
Hey, thanks, man.
We're something about you guys. What? Give me a adjective. Give me one of those
Well,
things.
you guys want to bang us?
Colorful adjective, right? Something vibrant. You guys are.
Vibrant. Purple. Eloquent.
I don't.
You guys are cool.
Exuberant.
Nah, you guys.
Salacious?
Yeah, cool.
Y'all good.
Yeah, all right.
Y'all good. You
We're
can fuck
happy
with
to
us.
have you guys on our channel.
Thank you for coming. guys.
And we're so happy that, check this out, dude. Fridays is gonna be your night because that's the day you guys usually podcast, correct?
Friday nights at 9 p.m.
Friday nights at 9 p.m. Mark and Andre.
On Spreaker.com/
So,
All right.
since today's Friday, we're gonna let you host some of the show. How about that? You guys show us how you guys do your podcast. How about that?
There we go.
Yeah,
That's-
whenever you guys want to slide us the whole segment, we'll go ahead and do that. Let's try it.
Do you have segments?
Just hang out. Wait a second. All
No,
right.
we don't have fucking segments. All we got is bitch of the week and G of the week
And recommendations.
and
Come on.
recommendations. So we
Where do you go? Political figure of
check
the
this
week,
out.
historian of the
No,
week. We
because
go
you gotta-
philosopher who ships the most.
tangents.
I'm getting
We
ahead.
have West Coast Philosopher of the Week.
Yeah,
Here's how it goes.
and that's the East Coast edition of the West Coast philosopher of the week.
Here's how it goes down. Somebody pisses us off, or something really cool happens, and we tell that story for a fucking ever. And then at the end, it's like, who's your bitch of the week? Who's your G of the week? What's your recommendation? 3 hours later, everybody wakes up from their.
Hangover.
Their delirium. They wake up in their straight jackets.
I'm talking about everybody watching us. They wake up and it's like, what the fuck? All right, whatever.
As long as I wake up with stiff jeans.
Right.
Jesus Christ, man.
So
Let's
anyway,
bring a little more class to the joint.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
so we're gonna hand it down to you guys.
Hand
And-
it down. That's disrespectful speaking. Hand it down as if
Hand
they
it
were
down.
in a position above us.
Pass it over.
So
Pass it. We're gonna
metaphorically,
pass
they're
it.
raising themselves above us and dropping down to our
Ah,
level to
dude.
give us the ground. That's fucked
Making
up.
us sound mad feminine.
Yeah. So
And we
Yo.
ain't for that mad feminine
you know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Yo, do
You know what I'm
your
saying?
pod-
I've killed plenty of niggas, and I've used the N word at least 3 times in my life.
If he can use it, can I use it?
Yo, do
You can
your
use it.
podcast
I'm
and
still
shut the fuck
practicing.
up, B.
I've been accused of being black my entire life.
Oh, see, I've been accused of being white by black friends.
No offense, but we call you guys zingers.
Oh, zingers. What the? Oh, because there's black zingers with white cream. Okay, thank you.
Yes, come on. Hey, I'm gonna start hanging out with Andre. These
Read books, my
motherfuckers
nigga.
don't get it.
Read books, my
I'm working. I'm actually reading a book of 5 rings. You guys better educate yourself and become a better person.
Oh, damn.
I want
Pick
to.
it up.
How about this? Let's start with. I want to start with the opening segment with an icebreaker and involve you guys in. And so, I got this article from Yahoo. Arnold Schwarzenegger admits he struggles with self-esteem. When I look in the mirror, I throw up. Quotes.
That's a quote?
This
Yes.
is a real quote from
I like
Sir
it.
Arnold.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, 69 years old, says in the February issue of Cigar
69.
Aficionado.
Hey,
And I was already so critical of myself. Even when I was in top physical shape, I'd look in the mirror, and after I'd won one Mr. Olympia after another, think, how did this pile of shit win? So you got to understand that this guy was Mr. Olympia 7 times. He came out of retirement from the 6, came and won the 7th, and
which is hard to do.
Right.
Fucking Mr. Olympia, get the fuck out of
he
here.
made Lou Ferrigno look bad. Like that, he
Lou
was always
Ferrigno
the
makes
second
himself look
place.
bad. Come on, let's be honest here. Let's be honest.
Can you imagine?
$20 for a picture with him? I'm sorry.
He was $20 to take a picture with Lou Ferrigno.
I thought it was more. Oh, yeah, you did.
This is my boy right here.
You
Well,
can tell
how
us that story.
much did Lee Ferrigno want for a fucking picture?
Remember you lost your wallet? Wallet?
Lou Ferrigno stole it?
No, dude, that was Virgil, the wrestler.
Oh, Voigel?
Oh.
Go back to the GT podcast episode 20, which
I'm-
doesn't exist anymore. You'll hear
Yes, I
this
got
stuff.
it. So, you want to tell the story? Well, you're not.
Please continue.
No. I want to Schwarzenegger.
So can you imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger at 69 years old saying, "I could be buffer. I could do this. I could improve.
I could do better.
I could do better."
Yeah.
I'm hideous.
Dude, he should be
Don't
like,
look at me.
he should be proud of himself. Look at me, I haven't died yet. I'm 69. That's an accomplishment at that age.
But
He might be.
yeah, he's not dead at 69, which
Well,
is
he is,
That's true.
He is kind of the Terminator, so he's not.
I know. I still think that he still had that same exoskeleton from
Yeah.
Terminator 2.
Yeah,
That was a
you
true
notice
scene.
after
That was a
movie,
real life
he wasn't
scene.
wearing short sleeves ever again.
Point.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and the T-800
point.
have never been in the same room.
Or him and Conan the Barbarian.
True.
It's kind of funny you guys bring that up, like movies and stuff, because he's more along the lines of like the first, I want to say the first Dwayne Johnson, like the first someone to come out from somewhere else to then become famous.
Like transcend their medium, which they
Yes.
Exactly.
successful.
Yes.
Because you think about bodybuilding, who else has been successful at that to then go
Who
jingle,
becomes,
to
who
then
becomes a
go
fucking
do jingle all the
movie-
way?
Right. Who
Well,
becomes
once
a
I-
movie star through the bodybuilding circuit?
Well, once I stepped down, it kind of just was an open field ever since then. I kind of relinquished my title.
He stepped down. He chases his girl.
Stupid.
Puts
Y'all
him on
can
the
have
floor.
fun with it.
He got
I
tired.
don't
I'll be here.
need this
He got
anymore.
tired of winning all those championships.
The
You
lack
can
of
only-
competition was frustrating.
And
You can only fuck so many chicks, is what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. So you got overwhelmed. sexually.
Overwhelmed.
I think Arnold. So you and Arnold Schwarzenegger run in the same circles.
Well, he kind of learned everything from me. Which, as far as like bringing a gym with him where he goes, that's fucking my shit. I pioneered that fucker.
For real?
Yeah.
Did you trademark it or copyright it?
No, that's why he fucking has it now. Arnold Classic, my idea.
By the way,
It's like, it's
before,
a freebie, man. Don't worry
before we
about
started
it.
this
Don't steal it
podcast,
from me.
First one's free, next one's gonna cost.
before we started this podcast, this bottle was full. So
You're right.
All right, for these guys in the audience, the
I wanna
fucking
actually
people
bring
that
it-
can't see.
I want to actually bring a quick PSA and.
Yo, man, got you.
No, the homeless issue in Redlands is very important that we need to address.
You mean Deadlands? I'm sorry.
Every bum's a critic, I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna give you a woo,
Oh, nice.
which is Ric Flair at the end of the Royal Rumble when he's tired.
Ric Flair when he's exhausted
yeah,
his
yeah.
vocals.
The 92 Royal Rumble, right?
And where he won the title. You fucking know that shit.
The
What were you saying?
69 years old. This cowboy belt wearing guy,
Hey, I'm not mad at that.
69 years
I'm
old.
not mad at that.
That's the best age to be. You know what I'm saying? You go up to a girl, I'm 69 years old. What do you say
What do you want?
we symbolize that?
But we
I think there's a little meaning behind my age.
So he also says to close out this, to encapsulate what I'm trying to say, he's like, I do lack confidence, but I do the reps and I do them enough that the thing itself will be doable when it's time. When I was competing at bodybuilding, I did so many hours of reps on the weights, practicing the poses,
clinging and banging.
that when I got on stage, I was comfortable and confident. Guy is a confident fucking guy.
He is a confident
69 years old and he still works out. Same thing with Jack LaLanne when Jack LaLanne was alive. It's impressive.
Well, I mean, at the same time, it's like for this fucker to have body image issues.
At 69 years old.
I think he's insane. That's his fucking problem. I mean,
He's a 13-year-old girl.
he's a 13-year-old girl. Maybe because I do know that the way he was brought up, he was rigorously. His father forced him to rigorously train. So whether it be doing chores or whatever where they lived, at one point or another, working out became like the norm of their life.
Oh yeah.
So for him, maybe he still has like kid issues of his father treating him a certain kind of way. You know what I mean? Like his father used to punish him for not working hard enough.
You'll never be the Terminator. You'll never be the Terminator.
I don't know what that means. Because it wasn't.
You'll never bang your maid.
You'll never play a robot in the future as an actor.
Ronald, Father Ronald, stop. Or whatever your name is, Dad.
He'll never be the main focal point of a scattered storyline. Have you guys seen Terminator? Explain it to me.
It's a robot slasher film.
You will never be in the box office smash. Jingle all the way.
Is that him dying?
That was him on top
That's
of
his
his
last.
head.
That was your impression of his last breath.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger drinking peak Moscato.
He'll never be the twin brother of Danny DeVito.
You're trying to get pregnant.
Oh yeah, when he was.
Get out of here, I'm trying to get pregnant.
How the fuck did he?
Vincent. That was his name.
What is your guys' favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film?
Terminator 2?
True Lies.
Without a doubt.
Commando.
Terminator 2, but then True Lies is...
Predator.
Sorry, I'm Predator guy.
Oh, yeah, live comments. Shout out to Sun Tzu on the war. My boy, Big Nugs actually hooked me up with a copy of Book
To
of
the
5
5
Rings.
people on the GTP stream here.
Well, these numbers aren't the final numbers.
These
There's
aren't
YouTube-
reflective of the.
Oh no, I'm saying,
There's
what
YouTube numbers that
what is
are
your guys'
reflected.
favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film?
It's
And also, Big Nugs, shout out to you. I respect the fact that you used two Z's instead of a single S. Brings kind of an urban feel to your name. I feel like you kind of get down with the brothers. You know what I mean? Like you've probably fought at least two people.
literally got in a fist fight at Mr. J's 2 weeks ago.
I have a strong inkling that he smokes Newports.
Yeah, that's racist, man.
No, it's just a
You can't be saying that type of shit, man.
See, jingle all the way.
Jingle all the way. There we go. See, I think that's everyone's favorite.
Oh
Arnold
no,
Schwarzenegger film.
T2.
T2. Have you guys seen True Lies?
I have seen True Lies, and it does not compare
True Lies
to
is pretty
the
good.
intricacy, the first of all, the cinematography, the metaphorical and philosophical layers of Jingle All the Way.
You better speak up,
I mean,
man.
seriously, there's so much depth. There's this religious context to what's going on in Jingle All the Way. You guys gotta understand.
You want to jingle the bells of Christ all the way through Christmas.
You don't want to go halfway when jingling the
Turbo
bells.
Man.
Well, you can polish a turd, but it's still a fucking turd.
That's
But it
Sinbad. That's
depends on the
Sinbad.
quality of your polish. You need to open your mind a
What
bit.
kind of cloth are you going to use on
Because you can spray it with platinum sheen, that shit's gonna look pretty good.
A good craftsman never blames his tools.
I think
No matter what you polish.
I think it would be safe to say that there's a Turbo Man within all of us.
Yeah.
Expendables? Come on now.
He was like a supporting cast.
Yeah, he's in it for like what, 2 minutes?
Exactly.
He says, "I'll be back. Give me my money." There's a scene with him leaving with a dollar sack full of money. A sack with a dollar sign on it. So I liked Expendables 2 just because of Van Damme. He was the villain.
Actually, I
He was
really
down
enjoyed
delicious.
I just thought Expendables 3 was such a great concept because they did it 3 times. It's like, I didn't even watch it, but I thought just, there's 3 of them. That's
Third time's a
respectable. Whenever there's a trilogy, you got to give respect to it. You feel me?
Oh yeah, there's some pretty good trilogies out there. Army of Darkness.
Oh, dude.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. I remember because I watched
Everything
I
before
watched
Star
the
Wars.
last Lord of the Rings first. So I watched the last Lord of the Rings, and I watched the second, then I watched the first. And then I realized I probably shouldn't have did it that way. I just had the DVDs out of order. They didn't have 1, 2, 3. I was really confused. So like, who are these
Making
characters?
no sense.
Yeah, like who are these characters? Why is it? It seems really
It's
conclusive.
a great reverse story.
I started the last Harry Potter, and then I went to the first one, and then I watched the 6th one, then I watched the second one. It was really complex, and at the end of the day, I realized I should probably just look at the numbering of films and watch them that way.
I question the way you watch Star Wars from what you said earlier, and now I don't.
Well, Star Wars deliberately did that to people, so that's why I thought I was
Yeah.
supposed to watch films. I thought I was supposed to start at the 5th of every film.
Because Lucas didn't know he was going to do the preceding episodes. It was originally just called Star Wars, the
Right.
first one. It was never called
Star Wars.
Who's the biggest Star Wars fuck here? Are
The
you?
biggest Star Wars fuck.
The biggest Star Chode.
Are you deep in Star Wars? Honestly, why did he go?
I'm pretty
Why did he
familiar
go
with the lore,
4,
but not-
5, 6, 1, 2, 3?
Because Lucas didn't know that he was the first
That's
movie.
stupid.
Well, that's the thing is
Is that not fucking retarded?
he didn't know he was going to do Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Well, how about this? No, I mean, okay. Let's look at it from a creator and business standpoint, right?
Business. Damn it.
If I start at the 4th film, without a doubt, someone wants me at one point or another, depending on how long the series goes, they want me to go back to fill in those gaps.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what he did. He started with the 4th one, then he did the 5th and the 6th, and now people want to go. This is the predicament he puts you in. He goes, "Oh, okay. Do you want me to continue the story from 6, or do you want me to go back and fill in those gaps?" And also, if you start at the 4th one, then you can write anything you want to fill in the gaps with the first 3. And that's exactly what George Lucas did, and he fucked up the films. Adding mitochondrias and all this extra bullshit that doesn't make any sense to the original, trilogy. It's so dumb because you have to say the original trilogy because it's 4, 5, 6. But in George Lucas's defense, it's probably one of the smartest moves I've ever seen in film.
Well, actually,
Ever?
he did the first one, and if that one failed, he had a contingency plan
Yeah.
to make a second one, which
Yes.
is not Empire.
Right.
The second one would have been a
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
No, it got set. The second one got turned into a comic book recently. No, it got turned into what's it called? A book, and then a comic
Graphic
book.
novel?
Graphic novel.
Yeah.
No, it was straight up comic book. I forgot what
okay.
it's called. and then that was supposed to be the final story.
Okay.
But since part 1 blew up, then he was like, all right, I'm gonna do part 2. But see, he didn't write or direct part 2.
No, he made and directed Joanna Man, the cult classic.
Oh, wait. No, I'm so interested. Don't break it. Don't break it. Wait, so he didn't write.
This is my dude right here.
He didn't write or direct part 2. He wrote a little bit of part 3, didn't direct that one, and then he was done. He was like, I'm not gonna do it anymore. And then he was like, well, let me go ahead and kind of.
Well, the fan demand got
the
him.
fan minutes, and then after Revenge of the Sith, he was like, all right, well, I'm tapped out.
Right.
So he pretty much winged the prequels. He only wrote one, and everything else was just like, oh, I have an idea. This is what you should do about it.
He made the Force quantifiable with not mitochondria, but it was called midichlorians. And to quantify Force power, just that once that's thrown in the window,
then it's just meaningless because the Force is supposed to be like a hopeful, faithful, spiritual concept.
Yeah. Well, they've kind of like gotten rid of that with the Force Awakens.
They did. They try to fix everything, which is kind of funny. It's like they're doing damage control, and this is from someone that's not a fucking Star Wars fan. I still saw it, like from a business perspective.
I keep forgetting.
I don't like. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I just watch it and see the effect on how many people that it hit. You know what I mean?
Did you guys see Rogue One?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
For the original trilogy, I mean, I still haven't. This is how much it's integrated into our society. I haven't seen the first or the sixth one, but I know everything about those films.
Yes, dude. I fucking tell because the people I associate myself with. I kind of fucking seen all the movies already,
right?
Just by like you said, culture and everyone already seen it, but me. So I can throw references.
And people will not even know that you never saw the film.
Yeah, and I can sit here like.
I mean, I think Family Guy filled in all the gaps in itself. When he showed me, what was it, Empire Strikes Back? He showed me the Empire Strikes Back, and it was like I already knew the whole film. It was weird because I'd never seen a scene, but I was like, I know what's going to happen next. I know what's going to happen because there's been so many parodies and all that shit in regards to the films. But in George Lucas's case, I mean, that was a smart move to start in the middle. Because even if he decided, I'm going to stop here, he could sell the franchise and just have somebody fill all those gaps up. But he decided to do it himself. Badly. Because episode 1, 2, and 3 is bullshit. Like,
but why does everyone gravitate towards it still, even though it sucks?
Well, okay. I mean, if you want to go there, if you watch the original 3, episode 1, 2, and 3, it's like they took all of the things that people reacted to in the original trilogy and just made an algorithm out of it and formed a film out of it. Because all they did was reference people's favorite parts of
fan service.
Right. Nothing but fan service. Who gives a fuck about Darth Vader's origin story? They turned Darth Vader into Jesus. Yeah. He was, his mom miraculously gave birth to this kid. There's no father.
I've heard this story before.
I've heard this story before. Then he grows up and he gets raised by Jedi and he turns evil. That's the story. That's 3 movies, 3 films to get to that point because people like Darth Vader so much. With Rogue One, what they did was, and this is not, I'm not a fan, and I still figure this shit out. Yeah. With Rogue One, they filled in the gaps while still doing fan service. But also answering questions that people needed, right?
And then at the end of the film, you guys have seen it, right? Or you haven't seen it, you don't care to. You've seen it, right?
What?
Rogue One?
I haven't seen it yet.
So you don't want mind if we discuss it, right?
I just don't want to be spoiled.
Well, no, okay, so no. All right, so no spoilers. Princess Leia gets raped twice.
That I know.
Which is my fantasy.
By an Ewok.
By an Ewok in her dreams.
In the pod racer. No,
Mace Windu in the back.
Everything.
2 Mace Windus. I swear to God. 2 of them.
Mace Windu. You gotta
Windu. It's plural.
See, we're kind of smart on.
Yeah, I know. I know a couple things.
Everything within Rogue One actually meets full circle, and that's what's something you can appreciate.
Do you want any more of this wine before I kill it?
Yeah, go ahead.
And you're drinking it like it's fucking. Like Minute Maid lemonade.
Whatever.
Fantastic. It does taste like Minute Maid. It doesn't really taste like alcohol. But you were saying?
So I was thinking, we wanted to discuss Rogue One a little further. And
you guys, kind of led us into it.
You guys wanted to discuss it.
Exactly. No.
So, is it cool? Like, what the fuck?
It's enjoyable. It's very enjoyable. And what I really liked about it is that they're able to take the element of involving it totally separate without the Jedi, making it a mission solely within the rebellion and not involving anyone else.
Yeah.
Because at that point the Jedi were still like like how it was in The Force Awakens. They're still this like myth. They didn't exist anymore. This is 30 years past as far as episode. Oh no, it's right after episode 3. So how far? What was the gap?
It's 30 years after episode 3.
Exactly. So 30 years. I just enjoyed the fact that it was totally separate of the Jedi, like just a whole lot
Standalone shit.
Right. So, I mean, but I guess what is this segment in particular that you want to get to? I mean,
What
because we
was
still
it?
have our people listening. So,
Yeah.
how do we, get into this segment?
How do you feel about Rogue One in general? Because you
Yeah.
you weren't able to give a full side of your review because you weren't able to attend the last Friday's episode
Right.
of the Mark and Andre podcast
So,
show.
guys, I'll be honest with you. I did not like Rogue One at all. I thought Rogue One was bad, and Rogue One was a misstep for Disney and everyone affiliated.
Second walkout.
with the another walkout.
One bad step for man.
It to me, it was probably a
Bad step
misstep.
for Disney.
It was a misstep in regards to what they were trying to do with the Star Wars franchise. You've seen Rogue One or no? Nobody's.
I mean, I completely disagree with you. But
Okay, but that's me coming as someone that isn't a fan
Don't
of
say
Star Wars.
Well, it's not to me. I'm not just. I mean, I'm a fan of it, but I also like I understand what you're saying is a misstep, but they're trying to do something different as if they don't want it because as the Star Wars trilogies go, 1 through 6 has been about the Skywalker family.
Right.
So the point of Rogue One is to say, hey, there's other shit going on across.
Besides their
the
family drama.
Yeah, and they did have an idea to include a Jedi, but they were like, no, this is about the rebellion because in 4 and 6 they mentioned, the Death Star plans, how they get them. He was always asked like, well, how the fuck did they get their plans?
Right.
They made a video game that nobody really played.
What was it?
Force Awakens?
No, it was called like Empire something. It was like a PC game, came out like in the early 90s.
Oh, okay.
Empire trying to get your
Shadows of
attention.
the Empire?
No, that's between.
Battle.
Between 5 and 6.
Force Awakens.
Oh,
No.
because they had
What was
Star Wars
fucking
Rebel
Star
Assault.
Killer?
Star Wars Rebel Assault.
Well,
I don't know where that fits.
but in regards
Super Star
to
Yeah.
in regards to your understanding with Rogue One, you felt like they did something unique. And
They did. This is what they did. They did some. Okay, this is what they did. I know it's in the title, Star Wars. They show you like in Clone Wars and a little bit of Revenge of the Sith.
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, Phantom Menace. They show war. They show a war going. They show like all these battles between the Republic and the Empire. But Rogue One shows that like the rebellion is not as clean as it's perceived.
Right.
The rebellion is dirty as fuck. You saw how they were doing shady shit.
war is war, though.
Yeah, and
War never changes.
Yeah.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Well,
Shut
Yeah.
No, I see where you're coming from. There's emphasis on the fact that the rebels had to do some fucked up shit to get things done on their side.
Yeah, like Rogue One made
Classics.
Rogue One made more of a reality-based Star Wars than like Jedi's flipping and lightsabers all over the place.
That's my favorite.
It's like dubstep.
Oh, so you've seen Star Wars Revenge of the Dubstep.
Now,
This guy needs a raise.
no, I see exactly where you're coming from, right? And I guess as someone that is not a Star Wars fan, and I observe things from a lot of perspectives, I saw this as a business move to keep people's attention and to answer a single question, which was a flaw in the entire Star Wars franchise.
Which one?
The exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know that's not a spoiler. So
What was it? What was the question?
Well, no.
What was the question?
No, there's just this one element of the Star Wars franchise that
Spoilers?
kind of like breaks the storyline. People kind of joke about it for years and years and years. This movie, an entire film, spent its time to explain its flaw.
Well, it explained.
Han shot
it,
first.
It explained the flaw, but it explained how everything essentially got started. How
And the sacrifices needed to get...
how the rebels got the upper hand on the Empire.
Yeah, you guys can chill for this second. I'm sorry.
I'm good, dude.
Well, all right. So in my case, like I said, not a fan, right? So I have these like fragmented ideas of what the Star Wars universe is. What I saw, because I did see The Force Awakens, right? I saw The Force Awakens, and what got my attention from it was the appeal of the characters, the storyline. They put a lot of love and effort into the film, right?
Okay,
And
let me pause you right there. If you like that, then watch part 1, because part 1 is not part 1.
It's pretty much a
Part-
mirror
yeah.
of that film, which
Yeah.
I've heard.
Force Awakens is pretty much New Hope.
Yeah,
all
over again.
Yeah.
But in this case, though, you fell in love with those characters, right? And that's what I'm getting at.
Did you guys feel bamboozled that episode that was basically episode 1 retold?
No, because
because
graphic.
No, because they had to bring back Star Wars at a level of pure love and instead of
And a rebirth. It's a reboot.
Yeah, it's pretty much like, hey, remember Star Wars was awesome? Well, this is why it was awesome.
Right.
Fuck those prequels, because
Right.
we're never going back.
And we're going forward from here. That's what that film represented.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan, and that's what I learned. Now with Rogue One, I felt like they just threw characters in with an attempt to get you to fall in love with them, but there was not enough background to get you to care.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen's character and his relationship to his homeboy never established. We just know they're homies.
Yeah.
And it's simple dialogue. You always protect me. That's all you get.
Yeah.
It's basically X-Men Origins.
It is X-Men Origins.
Star Wars.
No. No joke. It's kind of like X-Men
Well,
Origins.
no, okay. I have to disagree with you on that.
No, it's cool. Like,
because okay, you may see that as a negative, but that is the point.
I'm just looking at the.
That is the point of Rogue One. To show that these characters will jump into this war and die like that.
Right.
Yeah. That's the whole point that's the whole point of you not getting a whole lot of background, because when war happens and shit like that, you don't really know these people.
Yeah.
You just know the sacrifice they've done.
Going into Rogue One, you watching it, you do realize, well, according to what happened in A New Hope, this is going to be all null and
This
void.
will be bad, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So you go in with that impression, you should be fine and not take a unnecessary negative approach to it.
Well, here's my concept of how Rogue One came off to me. Since Disney purchased Star Wars, Lucasfilm's rights and everything, Disney is a perfect system, right?
Yeah.
They know how to appeal to your likes and wants and needs. The Marvel franchise is killing right now thanks to Disney, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm afraid and what I'm seeing right now is that they're applying the Marvel film franchise motif to Star Wars. So when it comes down to The Phantom Menace, The Force Awakens, that was a perfect execution of rebooting the franchise. They put all their love and attention into that, and I saw it and I felt it, and it paid off very well.
Very well.
Now with Rogue One, it felt like, and you could disagree. I feel like a lot of people disagree.
Can I say something?
It felt like they wait, hold on real quick. It's almost as if they filtered everything that they understood of the Star Wars franchise through an algorithm, and they just went, okay, this audience will respond to this. This audience will respond to this.
Which
this
is
audience
everything
will
now,
respond to
pretty
this.
much. Yeah.
And then put it all in one film, and essentially we got the war. We got I can't say Saving Private Ryan, but we get this war motif through the Star Wars filter.
Yeah, I get what you're
You know what I
saying.
mean?
Yeah, because I've heard that comparison about the.
They're appealing to all the demographics in many ways as they can, right? And then what they want to do is build rapport with China. China is one of their many avenues of gaining revenue for the Star Wars franchise, right? So what do we have? We get Donnie Yen and his cohabiting character. They have a little mini buddy cop film within the film.
Some say too that it was a buddy romance, but we'll get back. We'll come back to that later.
Yeah, because they were kind of strange, but. I just see they picked elements from the other films that people enjoyed, and seriously, they pulled from both trilogies and then threw those elements together into one film, giving you an experience that answered a lot of questions on both ends, and now they're going to continue from there. That's what it felt like.
Andre's point on this one, do you feel because you're getting to kind of what I want to discuss too? Is do you feel that when you watch this film, Mark, that you know kind of where the reshoots
there's a lot of
the
Darth Vader shit that didn't feel like it was in the film originally.
No, the Darth Vader shit that was originally in the film.
So why did it feel forced?
I'd say the
no pun intended.
Bring it back around. No, all right, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll stay out. Shut the fuck up.
The Darth Vader aspect to it, it was properly set because. Because Darth Vader had always been this fucking omnipotent force for 30 years.
And he was the motivation of the first original, second trilogy.
Yeah, now, let's say if they put in the Emperor, that would have been forced. Because as far as where the rebellion was going, Emperor is not a heavily presence in it. He doesn't show up until what?
Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So to throw him in there would have been kind of forced.
I'm sorry you guys are left out.
No.
This is an important debate.
There's a good point that you could bring up too, and a good example is that Vader essentially didn't need to be in this film either. Because you think about Darth Vader, think of Darth Vader as like the district manager of the Empire.
Right.
Where he doesn't need to be there until shit really goes
He
south.
had to be there because if you remember in the first Star Wars,
Keep going.
in New Hope, him and General Tarkin are pretty much at the helm of the Death Star.
Exactly.
This whole story focuses on the Death Star. So it only makes sense that it was like, okay, well, Darth Vader had to at least get to the Death Star at some point. So let's go ahead. He wasn't like a focal bad guy in the whole movie.
Yeah.
It was Krennic. But the fact that they had Darth Vader kind of bring more into the end, it's perfectly placed because the end of the movie ends right at the second that Star Wars began. So it's like, okay, well, now we got
everything's bridged.
Yeah, we have
we
we have to put that bridge in. We have to put the reason why Darth Vader is even on Princess Leia's ship.
Right.
And here's why.
Right.
That's why there's like that climactic fucking like psycho scene going on.
Good, man.
I just hate that Darth Vader had to Jedi.
Stupid. That was for y'all. Thank you.
All right, folks.
That's it. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening to Mark and Andre show.
Classic slick.
On that note,
Call it a day.
Jesus Christ.
That is the end of the GT podcast.
Wait, okay.
With the Mark on
So
I'm calling it.
So one more thing. All right. So in regards to the tension of,
I know, I'm listening.
no, in regards to the tension of their plan, did you feel any tension?
Oh, I feel
I mean,
no
you already know that it was going to be a success based on the following film. So it's like as you're sitting through this film experience, you go, I already like. There's this inherent understanding that you already know how it's going to end based on how it ends. You already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but
That's why I didn't like the Passion of the Christ.
Like you can like you can know, like, okay, let's say for example, you can know you're going to get fired, but it's the lead up that's still kind of
That's interesting.
because you still got to go through that process of like, fuck, I got to get fired,
Right.
I got to sit down, I'm going to be looked upon like that.
Yeah.
So even though you know what's going to happen to the rebels, it's still like, fuck, I got to see them go through all this bullshit.
Right.
Like, just to
the intensity of getting this very vital piece of information out. Okay, so one thing, because I will give praise to something, but I just wanted to critique, give my critiques.
Yeah.
The praise that I could give for this is that they really established this kind of militia army war format into the film, right? This felt like a war film.
There's no Saving Private
And
Ryan.
even though the film is called Star Wars, there's never this feeling like we're in a really serious type of gritty war situation.
They gave it a kind of war, like an Attack of the Clones.
Right, but you see more of a militia strategic angle in this film.
Yeah.
And you get a more human perspective, despite them possibly not being human.
Yeah.
You get that whole perspective. And come on, we're able to discuss this on this level without being fan. I'm not a fan. And I understand it on that level.
That's crazy to me.
So I see what the film was trying to do, but there's some part of me that makes me feel like a lot of these elements that they threw into the film was taken from other films just because people recognize it. The walk. Wait. Okay. So in Empire Strikes Back, what were those big giant walking things?
The AT-ATs?
The AT-ATs, right? Mm-hmm. The AT-ATs were only implemented in the film franchise because it was in snow, right? And now they suddenly appear in this film for the sake of being some type of weapon that they need now in this tropic environment that they're in.
They're used in the... I understand your...
Like they grabbed an element from an older film and said, this will be perfect here for no reason.
Okay, I understand why you would see that, but...
And I'm not a fan, so you gotta help me.
So, but they're actually used as cargo ships.
Okay.
In that movie, because if you remember in the planet, it's mainly ocean with a few beaches. So...
Right.
They need to carry certain things around, so they would have to carry like one of the AT-ATs essentially had a giant hole like in the body.
Okay.
That's where the cargo would go.
So the poop comes out.
Now those weren't essentially AT-ATs. Those are AT-CTs, I think.
AT-STs.
AT-ATs. They were AT-ATs.
Yeah, AT-ATs.
Those are the ones that look like flamingos.
But like in the Empire, those were heavily armored, heavily covered. Mm-hmm. You saw that in Rogue One when the X-Wings were going in, they were just taking them out with a few shots. Yeah. If you watch Empire, you couldn't take them out with a shot. Right. You had to use the whole gravity thing. So those were used as cargo, but it was like, hey, we got to use them as weapons.
But it felt like just fan service, Well, okay, all right. Well, I'll stop here. Wait.
One point to bring up too is that the third act that does show the planet with the beach, you do get this
Down by the beach.
You do get this grassroots militia type of feel because you have troops in the jungle.
Right.
And I thought that
it's a straight up Vietnam.
That's a good thing about it. But okay, one of the okay.
Axl Rose on you guys. I'm
All
sorry.
right, so just quick nitpicks, but they feel like they kind of pull you out of the experience of the film.
No, yeah, I get it.
Why the fuck is the Death Star's power or explosion rate like 1 mile per hour? You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talking about when they hit? Yeah. Okay.
And it's like a 1 mile per hour explosion
there's
situation.
an actual reason for it. Okay. Every time that
It was on low setting?
It was on one engine setting because if you remember in stuff, you see New Hope, right? Oh, no, you have
New Hope where they blow
up
Ricky, what's his name?
Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy Smith's planet.
Yeah.
When they blow up Jimmy Smith's world.
That's the first time that they show the full power of the Death Star. That's when they go, hey, we got a Death Star, we're gonna fuck your shit up.
Okay.
The things that they were doing in Rogue One is they were trying to keep everything about the Death Star as quiet from the Senate as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why they only did the single engine blast, because let's say if they destroyed the whole planet, the Senate would get warned about it. Then they would see them coming. And at the beginning of New Hope, Tarkin walks in and he says, "Oh, the Senate's been disbanded," which means now we can show our true power.
Okay.
So that's why they had the whole one explosion, 1 mile an hour.
What about the whole concept of this is in relation to the second time they used it. Why are we gonna shoot this beam like 50 miles away?
Yeah, 50 miles away from
the location that we need to be
Because
destroyed.
they knew it.
No. In my opinion, it comes off as a directorial like concept. Like, oh, I want it to be a dramatic moment. So we're because they could just blow up the location that they need to blow up. No, we're gonna shoot 50 miles away, so that we can have a special moment at the end.
Let me ask you this. If they just did that one hit, that bam, done,
Right.
would the movie be less enjoyable if it was just like boom, done, like that?
It would be. I think the impact would be almost like a Saw movie. Like, oh fuck, ouch, that's really horrible. But they took the dramatic. They took this peaceful, dramatic route. It's not necessarily peaceful. But
I know for sure
the tragedy route.
I know for sure that the reshoots didn't include any of that. Didn't involve them reshooting those final climactic scenes.
Yeah, there's like a scene where like not Tarkin, what's his name? Krennic is like walking on the beach after like the whole thing's been destroyed and everything. Supposedly how the story goes is what's her name? Jen goes to one tower and it doesn't work. And then she takes the plans and have to run across another tower. Okay. And there's this whole like really Saving Private Ryan thing. Because like if you remember in the trailers, you can see the stormtroopers like just standing across the beach like
that's completely missing.
The crap out of that.
Yeah, but they from what I'm hearing, it didn't work out right because I think they were thinking about maybe some of them surviving, but. You know, for the sake of it being Star Wars, like, of course someone survived. But they were like, no, we gotta let's show that we're
gonna go there.
Yeah, we were willing to kill people.
All right, so I mean, I guess in regards to what you brought to the table, you know, my nitpicks aren't strong enough to call it a bad. I can't say it's a bad film. It's just I just say like this film.
Look, if you didn't like it, you could have just walked out of there, man.
Easily walked
What do you
out.
think about my boy? What do you think about the homie Cause that says this movie was 10 years too late?
Actually, that's a really good statement to make, and it is true.
He says it's like Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, the movie. It's too late. I don't give a fuck.
You actually have a point, and it is a bit late in the game to be coming out, but in regards to the amount of hype and the amount of tension that was brought to this franchise, people were literally crying and begging for more sequels to this film. They're waiting to give you money.
If you put this movie 10 years back, you're going to get the same CGI bullshit you didn't like in the first 3 episodes.
Exactly.
That was my kind of
So
argument.
it's not in George Lucas's hands anymore. It's actually put into, I would say, more capable hands, and maybe not the best hands, but more capable hands. So maybe this is right on time for a lot of these fans that want a conclusion to all the drama that they experience. I still don't see the hype of this fucking franchise, though.
Yo, dog.
Heels, man. It's cheap heat.
Cheap heat.
Well, let's talk about how good the acting was, man.
The acting
Diego
was phenomenal.
Luna finally coming out in his like actual great starring role, not like in Casa de Mi Padre.
Was that the guy that...
Jimmy Smith?
But he was in
Jimmy Smith comes out of the woodwork. Jimmy Smith isn't missing.
that guy was in Tu Mama También.
Yeah, right. He was. But Diego Luna and Donnie Yen gets his little major
His
theatrical
American,
release.
his
That-
American.
that isn't
debut.
it, man.
His Jet Li in Lethal Weapon 4.
Forrest
debut.
Whitaker, Felicity
Well,
Jones.
we like to say Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker.
That scene
That's all
with Forrest is bullshit.
When they catch you.
Why is he dressed up in Brotherhood of Steel Power?
Come with
armor?
it. Wait, come with us. Come with us. No.
Oh yeah.
No, there's a reason why he got tired of running. He's been running this entire time. He's gotten to the point where he's not even.
It's not even that poetic though. It's just like
I'll admit he hammed it up, but he was even part of a faction of the rebellion that was just like, nah, dude, you're going a little too fucking crazy.
right.
Yeah.
And he got to a point. I mean, he was like battered and beaten. The dude had a respirator. He had a
Yeah, I don't think he would have made it.
Yeah, he was like, no, my time's done.
Just because he has asthma doesn't mean.
Just like wheeling someone out of a hospital bed, you know. Limo.
all right.
Just put him in a floating little chip and just
Yeah.
get going.
We got a comment. Can you read Cause's comment?
This last one
Yeah.
right here.
Oh, you can read both of them.
He said Pac-Man versus Money lightsaber battle. That's money.
That is money. I think that there's actually a Kickstarter going for that right now.
And it's
But unfortunately,
$7.68.
There's a huge misunderstanding for the Kickstarter because they literally think it's Pac-Man versus Manny. You know, it's going to be really complicated. But the CGI world would have matched.
He said the CGI would have matched the movie that was supposed to precede a movie from the 70s.
So you say it's gonna look shittier?
He said, for real though, were you guys as mad as I was that there wasn't any lightsaber battles in the movie?
No.
I really wasn't looking for that.
Yeah, you knew what you were going into.
The trailer clearly shows that.
No,
what you're up
here-
against.
This is
Fuck movie trailers because they give away way too much stuff. So
Well,
there's a lot of people like my boy Kaz here that doesn't watch movie trailers because he's in fear of seeing something spoiler.
I'm actually with your buddy because I do feel like movie trailers. Well, I mean the marketing.
Ghostbusters was given away like that.
Yeah,
Big time.
No, like
Ghostbusters?
I think marketing today has gotten so desperate for these films that they give you all of the iconic scenes right away to get you in there.
They were kind of working their way around. Like James Gunn, when he released the trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he probably was like, "Hey, put stuff in here that's completely out of context. You don't know what the fuck's going on."
Right.
It looks cool.
No, there's a new phenomenon taking place now where they film scenes that are.
Oh yeah,
in
that
the
doesn't even
movie.
show up. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
So
then they make a movie. They make a theatrical.
yeah, but and
trailer
that's
cut.
a good move. But then yeah,
It's not
also
a good move.
if you look at older trailers though, they're almost 2 minutes to 3 minutes long, and they still don't give you plot
Like
elements.
even Alien,
I kinda
the,
like that.
the trailer to Alien, they don't even show the xenomorph.
Right.
I don't know what to think
build
of
that,
going
build that
into
kind of
small.
suspense. Man.
Right, but nowadays it's like the first thing you see is a xenomorph killing someone.
Yeah.
And then you go, okay, well, what am I going to look forward to?
Yeah, like for example, the sequel. I'm sorry, the prequel to The Thing gave away a lot. Like who is the Thing and all that stuff.
It's me, I'm the thing. Like,
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
trailer.
In the background, you're like, do I really want to watch this now?
Exactly. And I think marketing today, they're just desperate. They're trying to get you guys in that theater.
Yeah.
And especially with comedies, they kill me because they use their strongest jokes
Oh, yeah.
in the trailer, and you've seen it like 50 times.
That's what all Central Intelligence. And I see the Central Intelligence trailer, then I'm looking at all the other dialogue that they didn't include in the trailer. I'm like, wow, no wonder they didn't include it.
Exactly.
This is
So
the hot.
it's one of those weird things. Yeah, trailers are fucking ruining movies
Yeah.
because like some films, like let's say a Saw film, if they continue the Saw franchise, if they did a
they are.
Are they going to?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, they do.
You guys down?
After 3D, I thought 3D was it.
You guys down? Are you down?
I don't watch those shows, those type of films anymore,
Yeah.
because it just puts me in this mode where I go like,
I'm down because I'm dumb and I like giving people my money.
I've actually gone to.
That's why
see-
Mumble Rap
I've
is
actually gone to
successful.
see all those movies in theaters because I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna keep watching them." In theaters.
But that's
Even though-
I mean, it got so convoluted and
Yeah, they're
like
god
strange after a while. It's just like, oh, I need you to cut off your own head to survive. What? What is happening?
I told you your kid was in a safe place.
Exactly.
Say, get it? Come
What
on.
kind of childish ass taunt is that?
Yeah.
But there's another one coming.
I
Seriously,
haven't saw that one.
he's taking it easy today.
Did you see Saw?
I saw some.
So to get back to the Mark and Andre show podcast, what have you? Anything else?
Anything else? That's a great transition.
I need to cut this fucking Star Wars shit right at the
Yeah,
head.
tell you
So
what.
nip it in the bud.
Let me go to a quick commercial break on the podcast, and then we'll come back with the last conspiracy segment.
No copyright music, by the way, bro.
No, not at all.
Hood around, hooch, mama.
Hello, this is Mark Flores from the Mark F Podcast channel, here to let you know that this podcast episode is brought to you by Game Swappers. Come on down to Game Swappers, located at 4520 Holt Boulevard in Montclair, California, to buy, sell, and trade your current and retro video games from Nintendo Entertainment System to the PS4. Keep in mind that if you share any one of my podcast episodes through any form of social media, you'll get 10% off your entire purchase, or you'll get 10% more towards your retro game trade-ins. Follow Game Swappers on Instagram at GAMESWAPPERS. That's GAMESWAPPERS. Game Swappers. Buy, sell, and trade.
Cool. And we're back here with the Mark and Andre podcast show.
How's it going, you guys? Mark and Andre podcast show.
We're making it work.
Making it work,
Good, man.
So how do you guys like it so far on our channel, dude? I know
It's going good, man. I enjoy it. I like the feel. It's very intimate setting here.
It's raunchy.
Very steamy because it's raining outside and we're generating a lot of heat.
Get nice and cozy and close.
All we're missing is to put our hand on that steamy window and
And
drag
then slide it
a
down.
little
You
bit.
gotta slide it down.
Let them know what's up outside, and that way they can come up and join us.
Continue the party.
Well,
For a good Star Wars
who's gonna
discussion.
get drunk?
oh shit.
So what do we have next?
Fuck
What do we have
one
next
of your
on our
French
list?
girls.
On this final segment before we go into random GTP mode.
Oh, so
For
that's
sure,
how
show
it
a
is,
little
huh?
bit of respect.
That's how you feel?
Compartmentalize a lot
Come on,
of
you
this.
guys.
That's how
our
you feel?
segments.
We put your podcast over.
We let you talk about whatever shit you want, and that's how you're gonna disrespect us?
Well, tell you what. Let's talk about the New World Order.
The New World
Are you familiar with the New World Order?
NWO, Hulk Hogan,
Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall,
Where's Ramon?
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash. You guys remember when Kevin Nash got his ear chopped off in Reservoir Dogs?
Yo, what's Reservoir Dogs?
What the fuck?
Shit.
Is it too late
You
to
look
pull
at
the plug on this?
You look at the back of your $1 bill. It says Novus Order Seclorum. It
Yeah.
means
I, don't,
Order.
I never have money. I don't know what you're talking about.
Basic Greek. Come
It
on.
means Order of the New Ages.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that with the inception of the
I like that
Federal
movie.
Reserve,
That is a good movie.
I like that one movie.
with the actual introduction of the Federal Reserve, I think that the New World Order has been started ever since the Federal Reserve has been in place.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we're in year 37 of a 200-year plan.
You're 37.
Obviously doesn't know what the fuck.
He drank this whole bottle if you're not
I know.
understanding.
Hold on. Worry about this. Before I look at you, I need to look at this and then look at you.
I'm saying before.
This is where the bottle was before we got started.
It was full before I got
It was
it.
literally levitating more liquid
Look
above
at
the bottle
look at the
capacity.
size of that bottle, dude. It's like half the size of my dick, dude. It's huge.
Half the size. From
like-
this angle, it's the girth. The girth. This is the length of it.
We need more beer, you guys.
Damn.
Stop by the Orange Space, reserve a spot, or whatever. Just
And bring some beer and
fucking
chicken.
beer, dude.
Come on down to the Orange Space for all your office.
All that shit.
Google Orange Space. You'll be here instantly.
There's
Yo,
good
shout out to
coffee.
Google.
There's
Courtesy
good
of
coffee.
Courtesy of coffee.
No, for this is a shoot. No joke. They do have coffee here, you guys.
Like it's
Hey,
literally
this was
here.
free, dude.
A la minute. Go there.
If you guys don't know that the Federal Reserve has no connection to the United States government, it's pretty much its own entity. It controls interest rates. It basically.
Modifies the economy at will.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys feel? And I'm going to ask this in all honesty, do you feel that there's actual one world government?
Well, yes.
And
of
in
course.
regards to a one world government, and for the listeners, we're speaking to you guys. In regards to a one world government, we're saying that the entire planet as a whole operates as one, and there are no real conflicts. These are all individual motivations set by the one government itself to establish various means to create trade and try new opportunities to enforce government laws that aren't typically normal.
Yeah.
Dude, every time I listen to you guys' podcast, like I'll be listening, and then all of a sudden
You get
you
nervous.
guys throw something at me. I'm like, ooh, give me that face every
Well,
fucking
that's why
time.
the whole concept of what we do is we encourage experimental thought. You don't have to reserve yourself to anything that we share with you. It's more so about you just trying to push yourself further than what you normally think.
What you've
about.
been told your whole
Yes.
fucking
Right,
life.
and once again, I mean, we're going to initiate that this is a conspiracy theory. So
Oh,
yeah.
there's nothing set in stone. It's just something to think about. We don't want you guys to hold this and go, this is what it is.
You look at the United Nations. I think any United Nations meeting, whether they film it or not, or whether you actually see what they do, I believe that it is actually the time where they unionize to actually plan out whatever they have to plan out. You know what I mean?
I do. No, well, there are some individuals that believe that the one true government, the one true controller of this planet is Europe. Because, well, yeah, that
yeah.
Well, I mean, because
Continue.
if you think about it in regards to the colonization of America, I mean, we already had people here. We had indigenous tribes and Native Americans.
Shout out to Thanksgiving.
We had Europeans come and take this away and then form it into their own type of thing. And regardless of whatever, we had conflicts in regards to the Civil War. We had, the established Americans going to get. I'm sorry, guys, if you're like, what the fuck?
No,
Oh, wait, one government
No.
playing chess with itself.
That's
like
what
that.
I think Cosmo.
That's
Cosmo said exactly
true.
what I think. Now you
That's
guys
exactly
said
true.
You don't
there's
gotta, by the way, you don't gotta apologize for shit. Just throw
No,
your shit
yeah,
out, dude.
fucking.
Oh, no, because we don't want to go over the top.
Nah, fuck it,
Dude, that
dude.
doesn't-
No,
that-
what the
okay,
hell?
so
We're talking about dick jokes and fucking ass.
there's no fucking such
places
thing.
I poop.
How about this? I'll fast forward. So let's just fast forward.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, no, let's
to
fast
answer,
forward.
to answer your question, I do believe that there's one ruling government, but as Cosmo said, there's internal conflicts that
Within that group.
Within that group. Now, it might not be like everything according to plan. I think there's just battles between themselves internally.
It's like when
that's
crime
causing
families,
conflict. Yeah,
when crime families have to resolve the issues within said family.
yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, because it gets deep. We're trying not to go too deep.
Yeah, it's
Dude, go
that's
deep.
right.
We're just trying to be
That's
here.
Go deep. We're here at the
Well,
old
okay, so
Andre,
like I said,
go deep,
conceptually
Andre.
we'll fast forward, right?
we got production.
Why is our
Go deep.
nation? Well, no, but why is our nation, as America, concerned about the whereabouts of what the Queen is doing, the Queen's
Oh,
kids
no.
are doing? And why is
Trying
that?
to figure the fuck out.
Like, if the princess, if the Queen's daughter or the princess has a child, all news stops in America. Period. To pay attention to what's going on in Europe.
Because that sells. Because America has always been wanting to be some type of royalty, and that sells. That's why you hear, what's her name, Kate Middleton or whatever the children do.
We don't have royalty. We have
We need
10
that-
chicken nuggets
we
for
have-
$1.50.
Like,
That's what we
okay,
have.
now I'll say
At
that.
Burger King and McDonald's.
Now I'll say this: the only reason why we
Both
have
of
them as in the focal point of royalty that we feel connected with, is two reasons. One is because I don't mean to throw race in here, but America is a white nation.
Absolutely.
They-
White
the
Christian.
white nation wants to see
White
other
power.
white people as royalty.
Right.
Now, let's say if
hate white
JFK was never assassinated,
Right.
which was seen as a royal family.
U.S. still part of Britain. Truth.
You're not that far off.
You're not that far off. You're actually right.
Shout out to
if
Nugs.
Kennedy was never assassinated, we would be looking at them as royalty.
Of course.
Because when Kennedy, because what's her name, Jacqueline Kennedy, pulled this whole idea,
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
put this whole idea of like the White House is Camelot in other countries. She's the one who pushed the whole.
She puts the old.
She pushed the whole Camelot image.
Yeah.
And then when
Camelot?
when JFK was shot and killed, whatever,
Right.
the next up was John F. Kennedy Jr.
Right.
He was seen as royalty, and then he died, so we don't
Right.
have
Even
royalty.
his brother Bobby too.
Yeah, no, they eliminated the whole family.
Yeah, exactly. So we try to, as Americans, they try to find some type of royalty. Even people are calling like Kardashians royalty.
Oh, God.
Over that bullshit. Like
We got
that.
Burger King.
That's close, dude. That's pretty.
That's pretty fucking
We have
royal.
that.
Burger King
The
hired
Godfather from wrestling.
That's a
They
good
took
point.
him out.
That's a good point that you make, Mark. Because Princess, for the good part of the late 1990s, Princess Diana and Mother Teresa were pretty much like the focal point of what was going on with like peace negotiations.
Yeah.
Yes.
And after that was gone, when Princess Diana died, the remembrance song that Elton John made for her, "Candle in the Wind," was like the number one best-selling single of all time. Because of that,
We
you
can't
know,
go there though. We
There's
can't-
there's a big impact.
There
to
is a big
royalty.
impact. Well, okay, so in regards to this nation is founded on Christianity, am I correct?
Yeah, agreed.
Christianity is a European religion.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it
And
wasn't
it
founded
developed-
on. Some of the founding fathers disagreed with
They
Christianity
did
as a whole.
They did, but
somewhere
remember,
along the
no,
line.
but we're talking about European members discussing what they need to do with this nation that they
Well-
call America.
Well, that's the thing. When the founding fathers came in, they did the whole separation of church and state.
Drunk history, ladies.
Yeah. They did the whole separation of church and state. The only reason why now Christianity is such a heavy point in our nation is because of Jimmy Carter.
Right.
Jimmy Carter's the one who was just like, oh, I believe God has not chosen me, but I believe in God.
Has ordained.
Yeah, exactly. It will kind of give me advice, blah, blah, blah. And ever since then, that's just when it's been focused on, oh, we got to keep religion in the White House, Christianity, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean,
Because remember, Kennedy was Catholic.
he was
Yes,
Catholic.
He was Catholic.
The first Catholic president.
But here, I mean, conceptually, we need to look at it like this, right? The whereabouts of America still is under the whereabouts of the European nation, right? Like, if something tragic were to happen in America, we'd have, you know, like, okay, let's say we have a 9/11, right? America has a 9/11, the entire world is addressed. But let's say something humongous happens in Europe. Another 9/11 happens in Europe. How much do you want to bet financially that European news would overshadow what happens in America? So if we had a 9/11 here and then another 9/11 in Europe, which one would get the most attention?
America.
I can pay you cash that Europe will get the most attention.
Really?
Because they are what it essentially runs this entire world.
He's not talking
But-
about on a national scale, but on a global scale.
on a global scale, not on a national scale, a global scale.
That's more of a theory because 9/11 like that has never happened back to back. It's happened at one point and then like okay, like when 9/11.
Well,
when
wait.
9/11
I'm sorry. I'm
Don't get
going to cut you off just for this idea. Just for this idea, though.
No.
How often do you get tragedies, humongous, world-level tragedies, where everybody has to pay attention to it all at the same time? How many times does that happen? We get individualized world-level tragedies, and we could use probability. We could say, well, things just happen in certain places. But what are the odds? You can't tell me that we have a 9/11, and then we have some kind of Syrian rebellion, and then we have some type of tragedy that takes place in Uganda, mass genocide, all in the same year.
Well, that's the thing. What's been going on?
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
like,
for
as
sure.
in, like
You guys are contributing a lot. Thank you, guys.
let's say like in Uganda or like in Africa, South Africa, or stuff like that. That stuff goes on. That stuff goes on regularly, but it doesn't catch American news because it goes back to what I was saying. America's a white nation.
It is a white
They
nation.
don't give a fuck what goes on down.
Europe is a white nation.
Yeah, Europe is a white nation as well. But like when 9/11 happened, if you remember, the whole year it was all about that.
Right.
What even happened even overseas, no one gave two fucks about.
Because 9/11 was
Because
such a
9/11
tragic
happened.
event, life-shifting
So,
event.
Yeah, and just what?
Uganda bore the shit out of me. All right.
No, keep talking.
That's fine.
You guys are on a roll.
No, because this might not be a platform for what we discuss.
Don't say that.
No, this
Don't
might not be
say
a
that.
platform for what we discuss.
I'm fucking
We're not. You
full-blown-
guys aren't here for fucking political debates and new world order
What do you know what they're here
conceptualized
for?
I know,
conspiracies.
First of all, you don't
But this
know.
is what we do on the Mark and Andre show.
Hey, I'm full-blown Mark and Andre
because
show right now.
All we inspire is that you guys think a little bit further than your box. You guys think in a box.
See,
So
this-
we want you to conceptualize a little bit further than the box that you already have.
You guys live in a VHS box.
You guys live in a VHS box,
not a
and we're
VHS.
trying to bring it to DVD levels of quality in your life.
Shut the fuck up. Now shut the fuck up.
Mark and Andre, we need you on the 840. Just letting you
But
know.
let's just cut it
This is the
short.
kind of the topics we would want to talk about on the 840.
Well, the
Cut it
thing,
short.
the thing that
No, you guys are killing it, bro.
the thing that really gets me.
Oh, they're killing it, right?
killing my boner. No, I love it though. You know.
Let's go.
Yeah, I love
Let's go back to the. Let's
Well,
go back to
there's so much shit going on in this topic right now that at the same time I'm taking in information, but at the same time I'm trying to voice or trying to put together my
Your own
on it.
opinion, yeah.
It's fucking hard when you
It-
got
no, because it's
information
not-
back and
it's
forth
It's hard
from
when you
both
drink a
sides.
fucking bottle of that magnitude, brother.
First of all, we need more booze.
We need more
Hey, you're
There's
outside of
plenty
the
of booze.
fucking Moscato bottle.
We got Budweiser. You got plenty of booze for you, bro.
So let me ask you guys this. Let's take it down to simple. Let's take it down to
Hey,
brass
man.
tacks.
Brass tacks and logistics.
When you guys get taxed off of a county sales, state tax,
Or fucking $50 out of your account at some bullshit dumbass
Oh.
clever bitch behind the counter of an Arco before you get to the GT podcast. Christmas
No, I understand.
celebration.
I understand.
Yeah.
so do you feel?
Official week coming up,
do
I'm
you
sure.
feel that? Let's go back to simple stuff. Do you feel that you're when you get taxed, do you feel it's being represented? Because taxation
no.
without representation
Yeah.
is
No,
then
it's not represented.
It's not represented.
right. I feel that there's no.
when I pay my taxes, or I don't see an annual tax report that we, the taxpayers, get to see being built. Like I don't see any prosperity from the taxes that I get.
Right.
And with that being said, I feel that it all just funnels back to the Senate. I feel that it funnels back to the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court, the Senate, these guys get six-figure salaries. These guys get pensions for the time that they're out. Meanwhile, the people of the armed forces that do fight for this country make less than $20,000 a year. They have to go 20 years into the army to actually get a pension that's not even equal to.
Well, you gotta look at your taxes. Is where you gotta look at your federal and your state. And if you're looking at your state and seeing how the tax is, that's what you have to kind of be. Like if you go to Vegas, their taxes are more lowered.
Yes.
Because of certain things.
Economic. They're gooder. They're gooderful.
Yeah, they're more funner.
Wait, so all right, as a dumbass, when you go to a state that doesn't tax.
No. They still tax, but their taxes, they don't rely heavily on taxes.
Right. That's why they don't tax you up fucking 9%.
They're not banking on it.
What was it?
They're not banking on it.
Yeah, they're not banking on it. They're banking on tourism. They're banking on fucking brothels,
casinos,
all that shit.
Yes.
Like if you go to like Indian reservations, their taxes are barely touched because of all that money that they're making.
Fucking, I'm barely
I kind of feel that there's still this elitist. There's this elitist powdered wig motif going on within the Supreme Court. Like even with the Supreme Court justices, they wear those fucking wigs. Still.
They still do.
You know,
no way. Like, is that real
they
shit?
still fucking do that. Not even a joke.
It just seems like they're trying to bring in this.
Continue. No, you just referred to you as Mark 1. Even though Mark's been here longer.
Thanks for being
It's because of the boy Red.
I feel that there's this old school vibe going within this government that makes it feel like they're still associated with Europe.
Yes.
And which goes back to them being unionized, and who knows who else Europe ties in with, and just it all culminates into a new world order.
I mean, is there open canoodling or fucking
absolutely
that you guys see? What can you point it out to me?
Absolutely. I mean, okay.
Point it out to me.
So conceptually, what Mark is explaining is that
Mark 1.
A lot of Mark 1 is explaining that so a number of the wars that we are experiencing as individual nations, right? If you were to look at these under a microscope, these are business ventures. Mm-hmm. These aren't exactly fights. These aren't
colonization or conquering.
No, it's not conquering or taking land or whatever, etc. Because we're all one group, right? Okay, let's just I don't want to say this out loud. Okay, Donald Trump is perfect for America because America is a business. Government itself is a business conceptually. If you take a philosophical standpoint to government, it is a business. This is business that we're doing. These nations are companies. The nations are companies. Mm-hmm. So,
I'm listening to you. Continue.
You're completely right.
It's all business.
The country's wealth is represented by the gross domestic product.
Yes,
which now, Russia has none.
To think about business moves like Andre's mentioning, the war in Iraq. You notice that we were able to. We weren't in there to actually bring peace to democracy.
Yeah, we weren't there to bring democracy. We were there to get oil and gold.
It was there to occupy the land, to occupy the oil. Mm-hmm. That's all it was. That's a business move.
Well, okay, how about this? Look at it like this, right? So, the world is wrestling.
Oh, yeah, now we're talking.
The world is wrestling.
As my
the planet itself is WWE.
It's all the work.
Each country is.
I like that.
It's its own
reference.
It's its own stable.
Territories.
Think of it. Think of it as its own stable.
These conflicts and fights are not real. Everyone gets paid at the end of the day. Okay, think about it like this. No. Okay, let's.
Some countries don't get put over.
Exactly. So let's say it like this, right? Let's just say that America is designed to be the John Cena, the power country, right? John Cena actually represents America symbolically.
So you're saying they don't see us?
They don't see us. We're invisible to everyone.
You can't find North America.
You can't find. Look at a map right now. You can't find North America
on a map.
Now,
I enjoy that.
Okay, so logistically, guys,
allow it.
Logistically, and logistically means in forms of logic. If you put it together and calculate it, China would fuck us up. We don't have a chance against China.
So China would be Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, China would be Brock Lesnar. Now, America can't fuck with China. Yet, we are perfectly synced. We do trades. We are allies. But in reality, if China decided right now, fuck America, they could take us out.
Yeah,
but there's something in place, contractually, possibly, or just maybe based on the whole consensus of how we do this entire planet.
Yeah.
China doesn't fuck with us.
China can propose war based on the fact that we haven't paid off our debt to them.
For sure.
That is on the grounds to actually go against in a war with China.
Comments. I'm looking for bullshit.
It's like in the Simpsons when it's like the future, right?
China beat Goldberg.
China beat Goldberg. Thank you. China is Goldberg.
And they can end the Brock Lesnar United States in, what is it, 23 seconds? 24 seconds?
Right.
So we're building up to WrestleMania.
We're building up to WrestleMania for the planet.
I
World
would think that that America is maybe Kurt Angle, and then China is Brock Lesnar, and then
I'm down.
What is Europe to you? What would you see Europe as?
Vince McMahon.
Vince
No, I would
McMahon.
see Europe.
Europe is Vince McMahon.
I would see Europe.
He's a wrestler, yet he's the owner.
Europe would be Triple H. You know what I mean?
No, Europe would be. Oh yeah,
He'd be like he's the perfect dance partner. Like
Do you watch
Adrian
wrestling?
mentioned to me.
He watches wrestling.
Do you watch wrestling?
I don't. He watches wrestling.
So just like Star Wars, you're this outside fucking dude that knows.
I read philosophy.
God damn it!
I'm a philosopher, dog. So like, he'll show me some wrestling matches, and I'm like, conceptually, all this shit is like this.
What's
I
the
thought I had a
That's
new friend
your
here.
opinion, because you take a straight outside perspective at a lot of shit.
Well, what we do conceptually
That's his
on
way of
Mark
saying
and
he doesn't
Andre.
like you.
No, because on the podcast, what we do is we try to like.
Merry Christmas.
We try to put you in a position where you're outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm constantly looking for ways to get out of my comfort zone so I can look at shit differently.
Yeah.
So I go, if I wasn't American, how could I look at America? And then I pull myself out and I go, America's this big bully that's Europe's son. And he
Once
just
I
starts shit.
I realized that the United States was looking to other countries to search for their nuclear arms, so they can't use their fucking nuclear arms, I finally realized that they were the world police.
Now, also, America is on record. You guys can look this up, Google it. America is on record to selling the nukes and weapons of mass destruction across the nation to third world countries. Now, why would we sell them across the country, or et cetera, to whatever
create
country?
conflict and
to
perpetuate.
create conflict and perpetuate war. And we have what are known as damn it,
Bomb bitches.
bomb bitches around the world. And these bomb bitches are what are dictating how we approach war.
Our bomb bitch's national product is through the roof right now. But to get to your point, is like how long?
Mark and Andre show, everybody.
How long have we been without a war? Technically, the war in Vietnam is still going.
Well, we're constantly in war. Yeah.
Exactly. Because we do it to
I love to watch
perpetuate.
how we're playing in the background.
Okay, war is business.
Yeah.
People die in the process of war.
Yeah.
But if you guys were to do financial reports on the amount of money spent on wars in comparison to the countries that they take care of, you would find that the government treats war itself like business.
Yeah.
They work together. Okay, I'm going to give you guys these weapons so you can start a conflict in this country, and then we can, as America, come in and save that country, take all of you out, and gain more revenue. I don't know how that shit works. But in regards to all of this fucking planet, this whole thing is run as a business. And they all know it and they all work together. Unfortunately, it sounds crazy, right? Conceptually, like you hear that shit and you go, why would they do that?
Yeah, because
What's
we're
the
supposed to
point?
be drinking the Kool-Aid.
You're supposed to be drinking Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
No, but I mean, look at it like this. If you have to put yourself in the mindset of a president. A president, right? Like if you're the CEO of a company, you have the responsibility of maybe 100,000 people or more,
And you're the face of the company.
and you're the face of the company, right?
Ooh, I like that.
Right? So you hold responsibility for all those people. If you are a president, you hold the responsibility of millions, millions of people, right?
Shout out to Donald Trump.
Shout out to Donald Trump. Handle your business, man. You're gonna fuck this country up.
Your business, you're gonna fuck this
First day in
country up.
office, what's this button do? Nukes. Straight to Russia. Now, once again,
Skynet has been activated.
because they're butt buddies.
yeah, right. They're just playing games, like North Korea, right? North Korea could fucking handle some business, but they talk shit just to get attention, right? But at the end of the day, we're just bringing you guys a concept. What do you personally believe, based on what we've been throwing at you guys? Like, we want your opinions. We can talk all we want.
Well, like you guys said, I believe that there is actually one established, not very, semi-established.
But why do you believe that? Just because everything is perfectly organized, or what?
No, because if I was in charge of millions of people, if I was in charge of all this money, I would be doing the same thing that the government's doing in order to control my fucking... To control everything in my favor.
And their form of control is, you look at Fort Knox. They have all that gold as an actual. When shit hits the fan, they could just use that as their actual last resort to be like, you know what, we still have the
gold.
power.
Yeah,
look at our loyalty there.
Value.
It's more of it's like an old school motif when you think about it, but that's why the Fort Knox is still heavily guarded.
But what happens when value goes out the window? None of that shit fucking matters.
Gold is always going to be
gold is always going to matter.
It's a universal type of currency.
Okay.
Well, Mark, what do you think? Because I'm just so curious.
Mark, number 2.
I don't believe the whole one government.
We are individual land masses, and we are just trying to establish our purpose.
Here's the thing. You're right on the business concept that we are trying to do business with everybody, and China could fuck us up, but China wouldn't fuck us up with a nuke. China would fuck us up with the trade deals. Because we buy so much product like this.
Everything, most of what we have. But why would China work so hard to dedicate their labor to us?
Because we are huge buyers.
We're fucking money.
Yeah, we buy.
We're the rich guy.
We claim to we only buy in America. Like say, for example, Donald Trump, those hats make America great again.
Right.
They're made in China. Some of those clothes are made in China. That's why they're willing to put the bullshit. Now, what Trump did with talking to what's his name, the Taiwanese president, I think it was, it's fucking up that trade deal. Once he gets in office, not once he gets in office, but when he's in office, there's a trade war that will most likely happen.
Right.
Because Trump is trying to put a 33% tax increase on objects coming in.
Right.
So if he puts that in, all China has to do is go. Okay, well we're not gonna trade it to you. We're gonna go.
And
trade
you still owe us money.
Yeah, we're gonna trade it to somebody else, and then they're gonna get it to you. That way we're gonna dodge that 33% because you're not gonna affect the people that we're gonna sell the product to you, and they're gonna trade it to you, and then they're gonna make money.
Adding up price too,
and stuff like that. But it's not. I don't believe in that whole one government rule thing. I understand the European concept and everything. That is understandable, but it is a whole business do for me, do for you, do for me.
So would you consider the world itself as a massive business?
Well, yeah, money makes the world go round.
Money makes the world rotate.
Yeah, it makes
Unfortunately,
it
it needs
to. Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. But you also have to consider that it's in no way one person or one government, because if let's say if that one government says, "No, that ain't gonna happen," then that could possibly cause a domino effect. Because let's say that one government says, let's say it's Europe, and Europe's like, you know what? I don't like South America anymore, so we're gonna go ahead and fuck them up. South America might go, "Hey, America, can you please help us out?" Or, "Hey,"
and it's America's choice.
And then it's like, okay. So then next, we have factions of East versus West, or North versus South, and stuff like that. So it's not. It's the one world. Yeah, it's too simple to make that assumption that it would destroy everything. Because essentially, the entire world is complex as fuck.
It is complex.
It's a series of moving parts that need to function. Now, if you have one government who's able to do that one slip up could just fuck that all up.
Yeah. Well, do you at least believe that America is the child of Europe?
Well, yeah.
At its core, it has
to. But as America being the child of Europe, we have to listen to what Europe says, right? Europe's our mom.
Europe's old now.
How much beef have we had directly with Europe? We don't fuck with Europe.
So the American Revolution.
That's the thing. In the European countries, like example in Greece and Italy, they're going through a serious currency crisis where they can't have. Nobody's having a job.
Right.
And everyone's broke as fuck. Right now,
like a recession out there.
Yeah, right now, in London, they have Brixton going on.
What do you think about Brexit?
I think the word Brexit is hilarious.
It's stupid. It's a dumb fucking word that the tagline we put on something.
For Great Britain to exit out of the European Union.
Brexit was a big mistake on their end, and the media came out deliberately to say that yeah, that was a concept that we created just to get you guys to like do
Talk
it,
about it.
and try it, and it was a failure.
Yeah, well, they did it because they thought...
Who was it? Not the emperor. I can't call him the emperor.
Oh, you talking not the prime minister. The
prime minister.
He kind of started the whole thing, and then,
and then at the end he was like, "I kind of fucked up, guys."
Yeah, and then that Nigel
Can't take that back. Can't take that back,
Yeah.
guys. Brexit was a mistake. Brexit was a mistake, but we already did it, so we're fucked.
Yeah, and that was honestly.
But why did,
on the vote?
But okay, I'll throw this question at you. Why the fuck did we care about Brexit? Why did it come to us?
Because
social media is a platform.
Because their currency will affect us as well. Because we
True.
do business with them. That's like if China. Let's say China went the same thing. We would be fucked as well.
Right.
Because their currency was higher than us. Their currency is closer to ours now, which is way lower.
Yeah.
Than it ever was. It's like our currency is maybe 3 steps above Mexico right now.
Yes.
So
and Europe is shitting on us.
Yeah, exactly.
Shitting.
So
Politely
what
shitting.
happened to them affected us because it's showing that a certain government's coming into play that we're not fully agreeing with. That's trying to fuck everybody else.
Right. Yeah.
Which is in a way we're kind of just done the same to us. So
Nice. I love your perspective, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for
To bring it back full circle, we may never know the whole answer whether to the new world order, but with some forms and some things that you see within the news or outside of the news with certain articles being passed, you may have a feeling that this country is being tied with other countries through a new world order. And that's what we want to wrap up here on the Mark and Andre podcast show. I want to thank you guys for tuning in on the actual Spreaker.com app. I'm going to leave it here for the shameless promotion for Andre, and then we're going to go into the free fall.
just have fun.
The free fall poker.
We'll bring you guys in so you guys can add to the mix.
Andre, you want to bring your brief plug in?
Guys, yeah, you can check me out. You already know the deal, man. I'm a hip hop instructor and teacher. I have a YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm a hip hop instructor and teacher. I'm looking at you guys, and guys, for you are listening on the podcast right now. I'm pointing at a camera to indicate to others that I'm present, and I'm alerting them as well. So everyone is getting my attention right now.
There we go.
All right, so I'm a hip hop instructor and teacher, and what I do is I teach you all the techniques of hip hop music. How a person raps, etc., etc. If you guys are interested in learning how to rap yourself, I have a series on YouTube that takes a popular rapper song and dissects all of the elements of the song down to their rhyme schemes, their syllables, their conceptualization, why they said what they said, why they chose the words that they used, and how elaborate and complex they can get in regards to the English language. There are some people out there that can literally say one sentence, and it means 4 completely different ideas and sentences. So if you guys are interested, I have a channel called Lyricology 101 on YouTube. If you guys want to check me out, I'm at youtube.com/Andre Gainer. That is youtube.com/Andre Gainer. That's ANDREGAINER. We're at about 28,000 subs. I think we're about to be 29,000 soon. And basically, I take songs and I break them down. Most recently, I broke down a song from the rapper Lupe Fiasco called Mural. And this is possibly one of the most complex songs you could ever see dissected in regards to lyricism and music. If you guys are familiar with like Masons and the Illuminati, there's so many layers to the lyrics that I break down that it's like about 5 to 6 layers per lyric. So if you want to check that out, that's once again youtube.com/Andre Gainer. So thank you guys for listening. We love you guys. And let's open the floor to this madness, man. Let's get in there.
I'll go ahead and close off on the Spreaker app on there. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Mark and Andre show. Make sure to tune in next week, Friday, live at 9 p.m. on Spreaker.com. Thank you guys and have a good night.